What's up, people? Yo, I don't know if y'all seen this, but I wanted to bring it to your attention. And I know it's early. Good morning. God bless y'all. If you're watching this later on, after this live, I hope you had a good day. Or when you're watching this, I hope you get blessed from what I'm about to show you. So I've been talking about this whole Austin Metcalf situation with Carmelo and how people are trying to turn it into a racial issue, and it's not. We know it's not. You had people online trying to paint out Austin Metcalf to be some, racist kid, and that's not true. We know that that's not true, and the proof of that, I want you guys to see this post, man, from Austin Metcalf. So let me go ahead and pull it up. All right, 1 second, y'all. It's crazy. It's a young kid. Austin Metcalf on his X post, his last X post, says, "Faith that God got me and my work will pay off." And how true this brother, young man, was in this. Faith that God got me and my work will pay off. Well, brother, I'm gonna tell you, your faith has definitely paid off 100%, because now you sitting with streets of gold, with the largest amount of love that you could possibly receive, man, in the arms of the Father. And it's sad that that had to be where we are right now, but I'm really glad to see this post, and I hope that people are comforted in knowing that this kid was faith-filled. I want you to notice in his picture right here, it's his whole football team. You know what I'm saying? I believe that might maybe be his brother. I'm not sure, but I know that football team you see behind him, these are all people with different colors. People with different colors are standing with him. Which leads me to the next post that I want you guys to see, which, man, it touched me. I ain't gonna lie, it touched me. I almost teared up. Reading it. All right. So first, let's go right. Let me share this tab instead. Look at this, you guys. This is his friend. This is his teammate. One of his teammates. There's 2 more videos from other teammates that have been coming out now, starting to come forward and talk about Austin Metcalf. But he says, "I hate that this happened to you, man. I'ma forever defend your name." All right? I want you guys to read what he said. It made me literally almost choked up, man, reading it. See, where's it at? This is a picture of him, this kid right here, Austin and the team. But let me read this to you. He says, "Man, Austin, I'm really gonna miss you. I never got the chance to actually play with you, but man, you was the greatest linebacker I've ever seen. Not only were you a role model and an older brother, every time somebody was on some BS, not giving it their all, you was always there. Austin, you made me and others feel special. You always used to call me dog, even when I was really a kitty cat. Then you tell me that you believed in me and that you loved me and that I could be great. You believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. Ever since my freshman year, when I was in your competition group and we held doors for the elementary kids, I remember you coming to me blasting Future early in the morning. That ride to school was so funny, and we ended up winning the competition. Man, we were so happy. Then this year, I wasn't in your group, and I had to compete against you. It was funny because every day I'd hear you yelling and bringing so much energy. You were like the light in a dark room, always lifting us up and challenging us. You were the most hardworking, tough, inspirational, and talented person I knew. We're always gonna have 12 people on the field now." And then he goes on to say that he loves them. He's never gonna be forgotten. And it's really sad, man. It's really sad because it's not, see, we know that Austin's family is being affected by this, but all the people that Austin impacted is being affected by this. And then they get on social media, these kids, they get on social media and they see people calling their friend who they know a racist. You had people putting disgusting pictures up with Austin Metcalf having a shirt on with like a blood stain on it that says FAFO. You know, and it shouldn't be that. You had, and the details aren't known all the way, right? But I could tell you this. I could tell you what is known. A kid was running the tent. Austin Metcalf was in charge. Him and his brother, I believe, was in charge of running that tent. And we all know how sports go. Nobody comes to that tent unless they're a part of the team. So when you have another person show up, you know, Carmelo Anthony show up to this kid's tent where he's running it, he's in charge of this whole thing, and he tells him, hey, you ain't supposed to be over here, bro, you gotta go. You know, it's a typical thing that can happen. Kids want to start stuff and get into a fight or whatever, and get into some trouble. I'm not above it. I did it when I was a kid. But when he tells him to leave, from what we understand, Carmelo ends up, you know, I guess he put his hands on Carmelo, if you listen to that side of the story, and Carmelo said, you don't touch me or this is gonna happen or whatever. But to go to the extreme, when you live in a good community, these kids live in a great community from what I understand. To go to the extreme because he told you to leave and tried to grab you to make you leave, to push you out the tent that he's in charge of. You're not from that school. You're not a part of that team. And then you pull out the knife out of anger and put it in this kid's chest. I don't care how anybody wants to feel about it. That's wrong. However you want to, that's not self-defense. That's not self-defense. You're at a track meet. And I know people ain't gonna like this opinion, but this is the truth, man. That's not self-defense. That young brother Carmelo, bro, you messed up. You messed up, and I don't even understand. I don't even understand what made you get to that point to where you got to say, I'm going to put a knife into this dude. That wasn't prison. That definitely wasn't the streets. It's not gang, and it wasn't race. So what happened inside you to make you say, I'm going to go ahead and do this evil thing, man? I don't understand it. And it is a tragic situation. And I'm praying for the Metcalf family. Yo, I'm praying for Carmelo and his family, because something's off there, brother. Something was completely off. You can't call it bullying because you wouldn't have sought it out. If it was real bullying and you was fearful of these people, then you're not gonna seek this person out, man. You're not gonna go over to the tent unless you had the intent to do what you did. That's just for me, coming from where I come from and looking at the situation for what it is. You know, the way that I would interpret it, from being, you know, growing up in a very different way than both of these young men grew up. It's like, I hate to think that it was something that you thought about doing before you went there, but you know, it's the only thing that, in my mind, my opinion, makes sense. You know what I mean? And it's sad, bro. It is. It's real sad. And to see the people online making this into like this thing of race and, you know, tarnishing this young man's legacy that he was leaving behind with his teammates, and the testimony that you hear from his teammates that are black. This isn't about race. This is about these people hurting because they lost a friend, because another person came over there with just a different kind of mind. A different kind of mind that was prone to do something like this, and he would have did it to anybody, I feel, for real. Just like, who was it? The dude Grant yesterday that I shared it. It would have been that. But it ain't right. It ain't right. That mentality, and I don't even understand. I can't picture why the mentality was like that. The family got money. They live in a good place. You're not dealing with gangs. You're not dealing with drugs. You're not dealing with the kind of things that people like me, you know, growing up had to deal with, and a lot of kids in America today have to deal with. You're not living that kind of life. So what was it? What was it that made you just to do this thing? My hope is that in this time, bro, if you watch this video, Carmelo Anthony, that you seeking God, bro, and you seeking forgiveness, and I would urge you to come out and just clear the air in some way, bro, some way, and say, yo, this wasn't racial. This wasn't racial. And I made a mistake, because you did. You made a horrible mistake. Nothing warranted you to do that. That kid was not threatening your life. Austin Metcalf was not threatening your life, bro. We got to do better. The parents of Carmelo Anthony, look, praying for you, because I know this is a tough situation, but y'all need to come out and let people know that this isn't racial, and stop letting that dude Dominique, whatever his name is, the race baiter, stop letting that dude talk. Stop letting him turn this into a racial, something racial. It's all the adults. The kids in the situation, though, the kids are coming out and saying the right thing. Why can't the adults come out and say the right thing and say, yo, this wasn't what you think it was. This wasn't about race. This was just something horrible that happened. Why can't you guys do that? That would be the good thing to do, to try to stop some of this stuff, man. Thoughts and prayers go out to Metcalf's family, his teammates, especially, yo, all you young brothers and you young sisters that's affected by this, man, praying for y'all. And I'm asking everybody that watches this video to pray for all of them. And I know we don't like what Carmelo did, but yo, we got to pray for Carmelo. We got to pray for his family as well. That God will be glorified in some way, shape, or form in this situation, man. That's it. That's it. And the people that are influencers online, yo, speak real. Speak real. We got to condemn what's wrong, man. Not a color, not a race. The action. Condemn the action. That's what we got to do. We got to stop doing things for clicks and views, man. Stop saying something that's going to cause a divide that doesn't need to be caused, and it's definitely not true. There's other people at play here that's hurting behind this whole thing. And once people start to understand that, or care, not even understand, a lot of you do understand. A lot of you understand and just don't care. But for the people that don't understand and that are just have fallen into a narrative, for the people that have fallen into this trap that's been set to make you swayed in your thinking, I'm challenging you to challenge yourself to look inside, man, and see God and see this whole thing for really what it is. It's a tragic situation. Everybody needs to be prayed for. And understand that the people that you're following and the people that you're watching, they're not doing you no justice, man. And trying to get you to think that it's anything other than a tragic situation. If they're trying to get you to think that this is racially motivated, if they're trying to get you to hate one side or the other, that's wrong. I don't hate Carmelo Anthony or his family or the race baiting dude Dominique. I think it's disgusting what he's doing. But I'm praying for them to come up out of that. Praying for them to come up out of that, man. I don't hate Austin Metcalf's father. I don't think that Austin Metcalf's father is weak. I'm praying for him, that he could keep on having the strength to stand as a uniter as he's been while grieving his son. That's what we need. And I'm hoping that y'all could join me in that sentiment, man. And today, once I get off of this live, man, I want y'all to put up a prayer. Put up a prayer and just ask God to heal. Ask God to heal our nation. Ask God to expose the people that are out here trying to cause a divide. Ask God to put the right people in front of you. You know, if you're scrolling social media and you're listening to people's lives, or you're listening to their reels, or you're listening to their shorts, or whatever videos that they put up, or reading their posts, pray that God puts the right people in front of you to put the right thing in your heart and into your mind. Because some of these people are trying to fill you with hate. Some of these people are trying to fill you with disgusting thoughts, man, that are going to divide your mind, to pull you away from God. That's what the whole agenda is with this media. That's what the whole agenda is of the devil, is to keep you unfocused and keep you focused on the right thing. Unfocused on God and focused on the wrong thing is what the devil's trying to do. Keep you distracted from ever seeing God and never trying to put God into a situation. That last post from Austin Metcalf was so deep to me when I read it. So deep to me. That was his last post. And now he's sitting with God. Now he is sitting with God. You know? He was doing good. I'm sure he wasn't the perfect person, but I can tell you this, man, his faith was there. From his last post, as evidence, his faith was there. And he acknowledged God. He acknowledged God for the good that he could do. He acknowledged God for the skills that he had, man. He acknowledged God. And what's what the Bible tells us to do? Acknowledge God in all of your ways. Acknowledge God in all of your ways, man. And that's what I'm asking y'all to do now. Acknowledge God in all of these things. Everything that's coming across your feet, man. Acknowledge God. And with that, I hope y'all have a good day. God bless y'all, man. Look, yo, we got work to do, y'all. We got work to do. And God is good. God is good even in the worst situations. God is good. We got to seek the lesson. We got to seek the lesson in things. In the hard times, it's a lesson to be learned. All right? After you learn the lesson, the blessing comes. Learn the lesson so you could catch the blessing. All right? I love y'all. Hope you have a good day. Unite. Don't fight. Be a street light. Because only you can be the change you wish to see in this world. And when you get too stressed out, you got to remember to pray, America, because without God, everything falls apart. That's a fact. I'll catch y'all later.